Allocated transactions redistribute account balances from one account to one or more destination accounts or account and dimension combinations. The allocation feature is valuable when centrally administrated expenses must be distributed to, for example, individual cost centers. This feature is similar to the ledger allocation rules that we discussed in the General Ledger Setup module. The primary difference is that these allocation rules on the main accounts are real-time, meaning that no additional work is required to perform the allocation. As soon as the entry is posted, the system will redistribute the amounts. Let's create a new allocation in AX. Main account allocations can be created from the main account form, which is accessed either from the chart of accounts or the main accounts list page. For my example, I'll use the main accounts list page. You must first select the main account that you want to create an allocation for. I'll use the sales account in my particular example. Then I'll click Edit in the Maintain group of the Action pane to open the main account. It's important that you change the view to the Company view to create an allocation. After you change the view to Companies, you must select the company that you want to create. You do this by clicking the green plus icon and then selecting the company. You'll notice that the allocation checkbox now appears. To create an allocation, you must mark this checkbox, and then the Allocation Terms button will become enabled. I'll create an allocation to split the amounts 50% from one department and 50% to another department. So, in my business unit, I'll select that it's unspecific, meaning that I don't care which business unit, project, or service line the original transaction is for. I just want to allocate transactions that are coming from a specific department. I'll use sales and marketing for this particular example. If it's coming from the sales and marketing department, I want to allocate that back into the same account for sales. It's important to note that you'll receive a warning message. This is an OK message. It's just letting you know that an additional journal entry might be generated. For this particular example, I want to keep the same business unit and the same department, but I'll change which project I'm going to allocate this to. So I don't mark the checkbox for the project dimension and select the project dimension that I want to link to. Because I don't have any projects, I'll go ahead and use business units in this example. So I want 50% to go to electronics and 50% to go to sporting. So now that I've configured the 50% for electronics, I must create a second record and repeat the setup, choosing sporting. So again, I'll type in 50%, select unspecific for the business unit, project, and service line, link it to the same main account, noting that you'll receive a warning message, and click Close. Mark the checkboxes to keep the original department, project, and service line on the Destination tab, and then choose Sporting in the Business Unit field. Now I've created an allocation that's coming from the Sales and Marketing Department that will allocate 50% of the values to the Sporting Department, or Sporting Business Unit rather, and the 50% to the Electronics Business Unit. Now that we've finished setting up our financial dimensions and main accounts, we can move on to account structures.